Hi folks, thanks for joining again. It's just a quick one really. I do have some good news. I just realised that video's all doom and gloom, wasn't it? I know it's coming up to my daughter's anniversary and all, but as they say, time heals. It is getting a bit easier. It is very sad and it still stresses me a bit, but yeah, it is getting easier each year, less painful a little bit, and I can see over a long time it might get easier. But the thing is, with me, it's like the longer you don't see somebody, the more you miss them. You don't miss them that much at first because it's not too long, and then you think they're going to come back. You always expect them to come back, and then when they don't come back, it's like, wow, they're never coming back. And then you realize it's going to be long haul, and it suddenly hits you. I think that's when you really start missing them then, and then it just gets worse and worse. You know, the longer you don't see them, the more you miss them. It's weird. It's very weird. Anyway, yeah, so just drifting off there. Drifting off a little bit. It's a bit late. Yeah, the good news is I had some legal issues, and that was preventing me from selling the house that I have here. It was a legal issue with the next door neighbour who wants to buy the house, but wants to buy like 100 grand less than it's worth, basically. He's trying to take us to court and all sorts. It's been sorted out. We had to actually go to court, and these things you just have to fight it, and just costs money, and it's ridiculous. They've got lawyers in the family and all that. So I'm going to expose this guy as soon as I get out of the country and get away from here and sell the house. So anyway, the long and short of it is we've been fighting, and we won every case now. Everything's been lifted. They've been thrown out. Can't be reinstated any way, shape or form. Can now sell the house. My brother can give me my money back that he owes me. I can make money on the house and move on and go back to Sri Lanka, which was my original plan. So I'm preparing that at the moment. So what I've decided though, I'm going to Sri Lanka for 3 months. Maybe after 3 months I'll renew my visa again for 6 months. But looking at the properties and the situation with the property market there, I don't think it's going to be realistic for me to buy a place. It's going to work out too expensive and for what you get, and I don't think it's safe. It's nice to go for long holidays and long period, but I'm not sure. It's not if I get ill or something like that. So I think I better have a base in Europe. So my plan is to move to Spain and buy a little villa in Spain. So I'm planning to go when I leave here to go to Sri Lanka. I won't be back to UK. I'll be going from Sri Lanka to Spain, and then probably I'll just go visit Sri Lanka now and again, but I'll be based in Spain. So I'm looking for a little villa, may sort of open a little B&B with a couple of rooms, a couple of nights a week or a month or something, just for company's sake and something to do. Might be an idea. But I'm looking for a little bit of land, enough room for a spaceship to land in the garden. And I want a roof terrace, and I want a big patio, and I want a pool, and I want to have everything that you haven't got here. But the prices are really good at the moment over there, and they're really cheap, and you can get lovely property for very little money, so the money will go a long way. So that's my plan. So it's all good news. So Miles Johnson heard this as well, must have seen me talk, I've mentioned it a few times here and there, and he watches me like a hawk. So he probably knew about that. That's why he started up again. He always starts his antics when something's about to happen. Doesn't want me to move on with my life. Anytime there's anything good, he'll start his antics and try to cause me grief and trouble. It's very weird. There's something wrong with him. We all know that, I suppose, but it's very weird. And I'm not keeping it to myself. I used to keep it to myself all the time and just let him get away with it. But now I'm going to expose him, and I intend fully to get this restraining order as soon as possible. I'm getting the stuff ready, so next week or the week after I'm going to do that, and I'll put that online, let everybody see it, and he'll have to appear, I think, in court to answer, or I don't know if they can do it without him, I'm not sure, but I'll be there definitely. I don't mind facing him in court. So that's my good news, and I was starting up a charity in Sri Lanka, and there's a lot of information on that. I was going to do a video tomorrow or the day after, but you know, appear on video and start doing videos again. But I can't wait, because this other video seemed a bit miserable. I just couldn't wait to tell my good news so people don't think it's all doom and gloom. You know, things are happening for me, and I am moving on, and things are looking up. I've got a whole new something to think about, haven't I? Sri Lanka, I'll be just seeing friends and seeing about my charity that I've started, and do a few things on that. I'll do a little video on that later when I get there. I'm going to be doing updates on that. And I'm going to probably film wildlife stuff and things like that. I'm going to see the sights and all my little antics over there with the creatures and insects. It was fun last time. I should have done more well, I did do a lot more videos, but I didn't put them online, and then it seemed too late afterwards. You know, what's you putting these online for? She's not there anymore, so I didn't bother putting a lot online. Put a few, but I have loads of wildlife videos. But I'll start putting them up and get lots of new ones, because there's some great things you can film over there. Some great sights to see, the temples and everything. And I normally go out and see a lot of things, do everything there is to do. So it'll be fun. And then I'm going to film my antics, going to Spain, looking for a place, my new house, settling down. My family are all already planning their holidays in Spain. Fireworks. Anyway, thanks again for watching. This is just a quick one. I'll do a couple of videos during the week. I've got some other news and things like that, so I'll do a couple more during the week. But I just wanted to get this out. Thanks very much, everybody, for your support, and wish you all a very good weekend. Bye for now. Well, the good news is, I forgot to mention as well, while we were waiting in this guy, we were held up in this court case, the price of the property has gone up like probably about 150 grand or something. It's gone up really a lot. So it actually did us a favour. We've made a lot more money. So I thought that was quite funny and ironic. And karma comes, doesn't it? And people get what they deserve in the end, and they got what was coming to them. They have a lot of court costs, and they got thrown out and made a show of. And they may get into trouble because they filed some fake documents and things like that. So my brother says, I want them taken to court, I want them to pay for this and blah blah blah. So he made a scene the last time, the court hearing. He says they have no proof of anything. They were allowed to file these papers without any proof whatsoever. And he was speechless. And I think it was thrown out then the following couple of weeks then. And we just heard that it's all been dropped, everything. It's weird. Because the lawyer and the judge said to my brother last time, it's probably going to take years and a lot of money used to just fighting about this. It wasn't us, it was them. We were just defending ourselves. It wasn't us at all. But I'll go into detail about that later on. And yeah, so the good news is we made an awful lot of money just by this. I think it's been 4 years. It's been 4 bloody years. My God. People taking up my life. Crap, that's nothing to do with me. My life, just the last few years of my life, just been stolen from me. So I'm ready to move on now, and spend 3 months at least in Sri Lanka, just relaxing and having fun over there. You know, seeing the sights and doing everything. And normally you're in bed by 9. Though over there, it's really organic food, healthy fish, seafood, all organic stuff. Early to bed, early to rise. You know. See the sights, have a bit of sun, that's it, you're knackered. So that'll be good. And then it's off to Spain on my little adventure. Okay, thanks again, bye for now.